Morning everybody, Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments on Wednesday, April 10th. Well, the dust has settled from the last USDA report, and as everyone can see, really didn't have much impact on prices. Pretty much closed unchanged in the corn and in the beans yesterday, with the wheat off a little bit. And pretty much the same in the overnight trade. We got the corn and beans pretty much unchanged. Wheat market down around 2 cents. The oil market down around 20 points. And the meal market pretty much unchanged as well. The USDA report came in line versus what we saw back in March on the quarterly stocks report and versus what the trade was looking for. We saw the increases in the U.S. carryouts for corn and in the wheat feed usage and exports all being clipped for both corn and wheat, and also for ethanol in the corn market. So that kind of raised the levels for those two. Beans were unchanged, but they're still quite lofty at 900 million bushels. We saw where the world carryouts went on out. We saw where the production numbers down in South America went up for the most part for corn and beans. So all in all, a non-bullish report. And we're back to our trading ranges, pretty much at the lower end of it, looking for, once again, as we said before, it's the USDA versus the potential for positivism out there, that being the trade talks with the Chinese amongst others, weather, crop progress going forward here in the U.S. and in the Northern Hemisphere, and with the commitment of trade report if there's anything to spur them out of their positions. Our next thing on the agenda, in conjunction with that March report, with the prospective plantings, with that vein, we'll now be working our way towards the May monthly report, taking in those acreage numbers, taking in our carry out numbers that we have now for the oat crop that we saw yesterday. If you want to do a fast forward for the S&Ds for the 1920 marketing year, I guess you're basically, weather assuming to be okay, yields, things of that nature, that we're still going to be looking at somewhat of a billion bushel wheat carry out. Maybe we're now kicking it up to almost 2.2 billion for the corn. And I don't know, give or take, what the USDA wants to do with the exports and how we do going forward, because they didn't touch the exports in the beans. Or maybe looking at in the neighborhood of around the 900 million bushel bean carry out next year for the new crop marketing season. So there too, a non-bullish event unless we have some other problems or something comes with the trade talks, and still keeping us broadly underneath our early calendar highs of roughly 540 in the wheat, roughly around $4 in the corn, and roughly $9.50 in the beans. Other than that, the trade talks, nothing new. Our USDA Ag Secretary out there, however, was on the wires last night talking about trying to talk with China as far as the ethanol tariffs go. No progress, but once again, more or less just tidbits rather than anything of a finality. Yesterday was the cutoff day for the Commitment of Trade report coming out on Friday. And there too, once again, no surmise as far as changes go, pretty much net short across the floor. So once again, the USDA report's out of the way. We have ethanol stats here later on this morning, export sales tomorrow. But we're just kind of whimsically fluttering around in here. Once again, good weather going forward in here with the USDA reports we have, a non-bullish environment going forward. These are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. I thank you.